welcome back to the vlog. I am so glad you're here. It is currently Sunday, 4:51 p.m. and I just got done deep cleaning our room and bathroom, which is always a fun time. I never ever want to do it, but you know, it always feels good when it's done. This morning we went to church and we've just kind of been having a leisure day, but we're gonna go to the gym, I think here at like 5:15. So I need to change for that, and then we're gonna go to the gym, and then we're just gonna get ready for the week. Tomorrow is Riley's birthday, so we're gonna celebrate him, and I don't know what else we're gonna get up to this week, but I will bring you along for the fun. A little change of plans. I don't think we're gonna go to the gym anymore, which honestly is so fine by me because I was like forcing myself to go anyway. I think I'm gonna do just an at-home Pilates workout instead. Just like a little 20-minute get my body moving. But before then, I'm gonna prep dinner so that it can be in the oven while I'm doing that. So yeah, let's prep dinner. We're gonna do tri-tip, a mix of regular and sweet potatoes, and some roasted carrots. So it's a cold day. This feels like a nice warm meal, and once everything's prepped, I can just pop it in the oven and we'll be good to go. And then we can eat when we're done. So yeah, let's prep dinner. We have the tri-tip. I had to do nothing for that, just plop it in there. And then roast potatoes and roast sweet potatoes in this little guy, and then our roast carrots. This is kind of a classic meal for us, especially when it's been cold. It's cold and rainy today, so I'm excited. It's smelling delicious. Yeah, so once the oven preheats, we will pop them in, and then in about 40 minutes, we will have ourselves a dinner. I have to tell you something. I made that whole dinner, filmed me putting it together, doing everything, and did I show the final result? Nope. So now I need your testimony to how it was.
All right. Well, that's a bad dog.
You're kidding.
She never does that, I promise. That was bad. It's because I have a cheese stick for dessert and she can smell it.
She always does that.
No. Because I have a cheese stick. It's right there. Okay. The tri-tip dinner was 10 out of 10. The meat was perfectly cooked at a medium for me, and she does hers at medium well.
I usually just eat the parts that are like thinner.
Okay, but the potatoes were perfectly cooked and the carrots were perfectly cooked. But I have to go get the golf simulator ready, so that's my review.
I appreciate that.
And I have to do this?
Hazel, you're naughty. Happy birthday to you. It's Riley's birthday, and guess where he decided he wanted to go today? The gym. So naturally, that's where we are.
As my teammate Coleman would do.
Oh. Anyways, I don't know if you would ever watch this, but hi, Coleman. Anyways, let's go work out for your birthday. Woo! Hello, good morning. It is officially the weekend. I love a good Saturday morning. I had a nice breakfast this morning, been sipping on my coffee, cleaned the kitchen, and now we're gonna take Hazel for a walk. She's been looking at me like she's looking at me right now, waiting. She's like, we're outside. Are we gonna go? Hazel, come here. Come here. Are you ready to go on your walk? So we're gonna go do that. As you can see, she's ready to go. And then after that, I'm gonna have myself a little solo day. Riley is out and about today, and I have a return to make, and then I just kind of want to shop around a little bit. So we'll see where we go, but I think that's the plan. And I also want to read my book later, especially because it's gonna be such nice weather today. So I kind of want to read my book and just enjoy the day. So yeah, let's have a good day. And let's go for a walk. Okay, we're gonna go. Holding this so weird. There we go. Okay, we're gonna go. She's a sweet girl. Okay, let's go. I'm officially dressed, ready to go. Let's go on a solo date. I have to return something. That's gonna be my first order of business. And then after that, I wanna go to Old Navy. I wanna go to the thrift store, and I wanna go to either Green Acres or Lowe's to get a new plant. Those are the destinations I have in mind. And potentially an afternoon iced coffee, because we're going on a solo date after all. Like, let's treat ourselves. I'm excited, let's go. About to walk out the door, my supplies for my return, and I look over. Freaking monster. I don't know if he's alive or dead. I don't know what to do about this, because I'm scared that it's gonna move. If I get up close. Riley's about to be home, so I could have him help me when he gets here, but he probably won't be home for like 15 minutes, and I was gonna leave, and I don't want Hazel or Charlie to get him. This is a nightmare. This is my nightmare. At least it's not a mouse. He's done that before, but still. And I really am sad if he's dead. I can't tell. He has his little legs, like everything's intact, but I feel like he's acting dead. But I don't know. How could you do this to me? I'm trying to do a paper scoop situation. I don't want to hurt him, but I really don't want to pick him up with my hands. Ooh, I think this is working. Ooh! Okay. Oh gosh, stay on the paper. Okay. Now imagine this. I keep it. The front door is so close to me. Okay, buddy. Let's do something crazy. Okay. Oh, I got him! Okay. I have him. I'm gonna let him outside peacefully. He's not making any sudden movements, and neither am I. 1 second. I'm finding a nice habitat. If he moves and I feel it through the paper, I just don't know. Oh, a bee just flew by me. Nature's really out to play today because it's warm. Oh, I just saw another one. Gosh. Okay. This seems nice. Under this little tree here. Okay, I'm gonna okay, he's facing me, which I'm not loving for the run. Turn him around. Remove this. He's giving a little nudgy nudge into there. Go by, Hazel. Okay, he's in nature. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. Come on. We're done. We're done with the lizards today. No more lizard hunting. Hazel, come on. Come on. Oh, gosh. There's a big old bee right there. Okay. Enough nature for one day, I think. I mean... Oh, yeah? Little hunter. Okay, not a care in the world. Now that the lizard problem is officially dealt with, let's go immediately to get coffee. I think that is much needed at the moment. And it's so warm. I'm so excited. Coffee secured. I always get an iced oat vanilla latte, half sweet, from my favorite coffee shop in town. I am seriously in there so much that they know my order by heart. At least some of the baristas do. And they're always so nice, and it's just such a great vibe. I love going in there. So we're starting off good. This made up for the lizard. And now let's go return something at UPS, and then Old Navy is right next to UPS. So we'll pop in there and see what's new for spring. I always dread doing returns because I feel like in my head it's the most annoying, tedious thing. And I literally was in that UPS, I think, for 20 seconds. He took it, scanned it, said, okay, bye. And I've had that in my car for who knows how long. So that was easy. I'm gonna go to Old Navy, but I did remember that World Market is right here, and I'm kind of curious what they have going on right now. So let's just go peek. We're just kind of having a browse day, a peek, just see what's new and see what's happening. Okay, just kidding. There was no parking by World Market, so I'm gonna go back over there after. But let's go to Old Navy. I'm excited to see what they have. Accidentally did some damage in Old Navy. They had really cute stuff. So I am excited, Riley, if you're watching this, don't look at our bank account. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm gonna skip World Market and go to the thrift store just to look around. I don't know if I'm gonna buy anything today, but unless there's something really cute. I'm trying to curate things for our home over time, and so I just want to go check it out, see what they have. And then after that, I want to go get a new plant, but we'll see if I do that today because I also want to go sit outside and read my book. So I might do that. I might just go to the thrift store and then go home. But let's go. It was pretty picked over in there and so crowded, and I really have to pee. So let's go home. My phone died as I was on my way home from the thrift store, but I wanted to give you an Old Navy haul, show you all of the things that I decided to buy. First, we have these blue lounge shorts with the double white stripe down the side. I think these are so cute, and I love that they are a little bit longer than a normal lounge short because I'm 5'10", so I feel like everything that I try on shows my butt. And so these fit like a normal short, a little bit longer so that my butt's covered, and I am so appreciative. So if you're a little shorter, these might be a little bit too long, but for me, they were perfect and they're so comfy. I'm excited to wear. I also got just some basic tees. I got this gray, light gray one. I love that these are not super cropped, but also not super long. Like they hit perfectly mid-rise almost, like where a mid-rise jean would hit. So cute. I got the light gray one, and then I also got this Old Navy logo tee. How cute. I think this will be really cute with denim shorts or jeans. I think you could make it cute. Sorry, you guys are on an Octo Buddy and you keep sliding. So sorry if it gets crooked all of a sudden. But yeah, so cute. Okay. This blue and white floral skirt. I am so excited about this. Skirt in the front, shorts in the back. Again, for a tall girl, this is a dream. You can buy this as a set. I didn't really love the way the top fit on me, but I was obsessed with the skirt, so I was like, yes, please. Sorry, I'm gonna like overcorrect so that maybe it'll slide into the right place. But yes, so cute. I'm obsessed. Then I got this blue and white striped button-down shirt. I envisioned this over a swimsuit. I bought it in an XL so that it could be super oversized so that I can wear it over swimsuits. However, I think this would also be cute tucked into jeans or shorts. We'll see if it's a little too big to do that because I bought it oversized, but I do think it would be cute like that too. Or open with a shirt underneath. But love the blue and white stripes, and I really think this will be so cute as a swimsuit cover up this summer. Probably my most exciting purchase is this one-piece swimsuit. I'm obsessed. When I saw it, I was like, I must purchase that immediately. Oh my gosh, I don't know why it's doing that. I feel like Octo Buddies, I don't know if people have better luck than me, but these things are just a little bit unreliable. Anyways, I'm obsessed. Look at all the cute designs and patterns on this one piece. I think it is so cute and I can't wait to wear it. It's like a high leg, not too cheeky, scoops down in the back. They also had a boys matching swim trunks, and I really want to get it for Riley, but I don't know if he'll be on the matching vibe, but I thought it was so cute. They also have one for the boys in navy, so it's like not 100% matching. So cute and fun. But anyways, that is all I got from Old Navy. Nothing from the thrift store. It was very picked over. I was only really looking in the home section, and yeah, it was super busy in there and pretty picked over. So hello, it is later in the evening on the same day, and I don't know if I've talked about it too much on here, but I have chronic Lyme disease. I suspect that I got infected with Lyme disease. I'm like pretty positive in summer of 2018 because that's when I felt my first ever symptoms. I know you can get it from either a tick or a mosquito. I've never had like a tick that I've had to take off me, and I get bit by mosquitoes all the time, so I'm assuming that's how I contracted Lyme, but I don't know. But then I went undiagnosed for 4 years, and now I've had it officially for 6 years. Anyway, the point is, my reality is that sometimes I can just get so flared up and it can hit me so bad out of nowhere, and that is what happened today. After filming my haul, I kind of started to feel it in my muscles and joints, and I was like, usually I just try to, do what I can, push through. I didn't have any plans tonight or anything, but I also get really like bad nausea and just like feel sick, and so I am in bed for the rest of the night, I think Riley and I are going to watch a movie in bed. But I think it's like an important thing to include in the video because I know a lot of people struggle with chronic Lyme disease, and a lot more people than I realized. I didn't really know a lot about it before getting diagnosed with it. And I know that there aren't any really foolproof treatments. That's been the struggle for me, is trying to figure out how to get it out of my body. Some people say you can't and you just have to do symptom management, but it makes me nervous to not do some sort of treatment because the longer that it stays in your body, the worse symptoms you can get. Like, I know it can start to have like bad neurological symptoms, just different things. And I always, obviously my symptoms are worse when I'm like flared up. My main symptoms are muscle and joint aches and pains, nausea. I almost feel like I have a fever, but I don't. And then I have my computer light giving me light. I used to be able to eat kind of like whatever I wanted. I didn't have any dietary restrictions, but after getting Lyme, I can't eat gluten, dairy, and a lot of like random things. Xanthan gum really, really makes me feel flared up. Whenever I'm about to start my period, I get really, really flared up, which I am about to start. So that always makes me flared up. Sometimes it's just random, lack of sleep, lots of things. Other random symptoms. Yawning. I learned, sorry about that. I learned that yawning is actually a symptom of a flare-up, and it's called air hunger. And I would used to yawn uncontrollably and not know what it was, and it's, oh my gosh, sorry, oh my gosh, lots of things happening. Anyways, that's a Lyme symptom. Also, I've noticed a lot more brain fog or forgetfulness with Lyme. Recently I've been having a lot of facial twitching where like different muscles in my face will just twitch uncontrollably. I have a video of my eyebrows like twitching, and I didn't even know it happened until it was in a YouTube video and I was editing it and I saw it happen, and it was really quite concerning. I'm literally gonna insert the clip so you guys can see my eyebrows just uncontrollably twitch, and it was like mid-conversation, and I didn't even realize it until I was editing. Sometimes I can really feel it though. Fatigue, that's a big one. There's lots of different symptoms, but I try to do symptom management, and I'm trying to figure out the best treatment for me. I'm kind of scared to do the antibiotic treatments because with chronic Lyme, since it's been in your system for so long and there's different co-infections that have to be treated in different ways, I have heard that people can be on antibiotics for a long time, and then that can create a whole nother set of issues, especially gut issues, and I already have some pretty tough gut issues, so I don't know. But it's definitely a big part of my life, so I wanted to include it in here. As I'm like been flare up just laying in bed, but I'm definitely in a like stable place. There have been times in this like chronic Lyme journey where I was bedridden and just like so sick that I couldn't get out of bed most days, and so I'm grateful that I'm not in that place right now, and I pray that I don't ever get back to that place, and I pray that I can find a treatment that works best for me. So if you have ever experienced, or if you have been diagnosed with chronic Lyme disease and you found a treatment that has worked really well for you, please let me know. I posted on TikTok and someone said bee venom therapy, where people literally sting themselves with bees. I haven't looked further into that because I'm like, there's got to be something else. But I mean, I'm not allergic to bees, so I did look it up initially, and it didn't say that there was any like proven thing that it helped. It might be like more symptom management, but I'm literally gonna yawn again. This is what happens. I yawn 18 million times. Anyways, okay. I'm just gonna lay here for the rest of the night. So I'll check back in tomorrow. Usually after a good night's sleep, I feel a little bit better. So that is the goal. Good night. Hello. I think the last time I talked to you guys was my little chronic Lyme disease chat, and I wanted to end this vlog on a bit of a happier note, and I thought it would be fun to have a little book chat. We have not had one in a while, and corporately Q1 just ended, January through March, and I wanted to do a little Q1 reading recap. I read 12 books from January to March, and some really good ones were in the mix. So let's chat through what I read. I have a loose goal of reading 50 books this year. Loose because I don't want to put too much pressure on myself and then make reading feel like a chore. But I read a little over 40 books last year, and I feel like January and February I didn't really read that many books, so I think 50 is an attainable goal. So I feel like we're off to a good start with 12 in the hopper. 12 done. Anyway, starting off with a bang in 2025, we have Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. I love the Magnolia Park series. If you have not read the Magnolia Park series, I highly, highly recommend. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read, I lent out, but it was a reread for me. It was Fourth Wing, which is my favorite series. So you will not hear me saying any bad things about it. 6 out of 5 stars for the whole series. And I thoroughly enjoyed the reread. And along those same lines, we have Iron Flame, also a reread in anticipation of Onyx Storm. 6 out of 5, no notes. I love this series. If you haven't read and you like a fantasy book, why haven't you? And then we have the highly anticipated Onyx Storm. Again, 6 out of 5. You will not hear me saying anything bad about this series. I do understand how some people might not have liked this book as much as book 1 and 2. This book, I feel like, is a builder book for the next 2 books that are supposed to come out. And it was a little heavier on the fantasy political side of things, but I still thoroughly enjoyed. Ate it up. I love this series. I'm all for like differing opinions about books, but Fourth Wing, I will hear no bad things. Next was my first book club book of the year, and it was The Wedding People. I originally rated this 3 out of 5 stars, but the more and more I talked about it, the more and more my rating went lower. I'm standing firm at a 2.5. I just thought that this book was really overhyped. I heard nothing but amazing things about this book, and I think I was expecting something completely different than what I got. This book is not lighthearted in the slightest. There's some deep topics in here, and there's some plot points that didn't really make a lot of sense. There were some holes at the end, so not my favorite book. I probably wouldn't recommend to a friend. Next, I read Variation by Rebecca Yarros. This is my first Rebecca Yarros book outside of the Fourth Wing series, and I rated it 5 out of 5. I thought it was so good. This is her newest contemporary book, and I highly recommend. Then we have The Boyfriend by Frida McFadden. I love a thriller as a bit of a palate cleanser if I've read a lot of fantasy books or just need something that's quick, easy, keeps me on my toes, makes me want to keep reading. I will pick up a thriller, and Frida McFadden has some really great ones. This one did not disappoint. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. Then I started in the Throne of Glass world. I have been putting this off for a little while just because it is such a big commitment and the books just get longer and longer and longer, and I was a little intimidated, but So happy I started this. I have been thoroughly enjoying it. I'm still in the series. I gave Throne of Glass a 4 out of 5 stars. Great start. I loved it. I was flipping through it. I just know that the books are gonna get better, and this was very much so an intro to the world, so I stuck with 4 out of 5 for this one. Then Crown of Midnight, the second or third book in the series, depending on the order in which you read them. I also gave this 4 out of 5 stars. Loved the twist that we learned at the end of this book, and it made me really excited to keep reading the series and see where things were gonna go. So next we have Assassin's Blade, and I did choose to read this one third. I saw the debates on both sides of things. I don't have a super strong opinion on whether or not you should read this first or third. I think that you could go either way. But I'm not sad that I read it third. I think that it gave me the Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight gave me a good understanding of Selena as a character. So then to go back and see her before all of the things that happened in Throne of Glass and Crown of Midnight made me, I think, like this book a little bit more. But you can also, if you want to read in chronological order, this one's first. You do get something big spoiled if you read this third, so take that as you will. Then I took a little break from Throne of Glass to read my next book club book, Divine Rivals, and I really like this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars only because it just reads a little bit younger. It doesn't go as in depth, but I think it's a unique take, especially, you know, some fantasy books can have overlapping themes, but this one was really unique and I really liked it. I'm on book 2 right now. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Also, I don't think I said, but I gave Assassin's Blade a 4 out of 5 also. The last book that I read in Q1 was Heir of Fire. This I gave 5 out of 5 stars. This I think is the turning point of the Throne of Glass series. Granted, I have not read the next book yet, but this took it up a notch, and I have heard that it just keeps getting better and better. So I am so excited to keep reading. I loved this one, and I'm excited to see where the series is gonna go from here. Those were all the books that I have read so far in 2025. I am so excited to keep reading. I feel like I've started off pretty strong this year with all 4s and 5 stars, minus 1 book, so can't complain. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I am so glad you're here, and I hope you come back for more. Bye!